It's week 2 of the NFL preseason, where depth charts and playbooks will be put to the test. It's the Blues and the Elks, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight we move on to week 2 of the preseason, and we've got a compelling matchup here, as it'll be the Blues of Memphis taking on the Elks of Anchorage. Brandon Gaunt and Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over.
Menu narration option is set to off.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Looking to throw. Bailey. A quick throw there is incomplete. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now. It's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And on now is the punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. 39 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Now Bailey on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Bailey. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Nelson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And the 13-year man puts it through, and that'll make it 3-0 here in the 1st. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
So now here in the second week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along, because most of your playbook's probably installed. How well are they handling it? Easy in and out of the huddle, no mental mistakes? Are they starting to look like a good offensive football team?
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Patton, and he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Up the middle they go. Patton. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves them with a more standard 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A gain of 3, 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flowers, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop his shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They come up short here on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. Back
to throw now on 1st down. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. He's going to try and take off with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down. Back to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they've left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter, but I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Down the sideline he goes, and finally taken down at the 34. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
But certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. It's Nelson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll set up to throw. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, it's Nelson, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They're going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
But he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Nelson, he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Nelson, and he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nelson. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long, because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. They run the counter. It's Patton.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Bailey. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
To throw on 3rd down. Bailey.
And this incomplete. Oh, my. He might have been celebrating in the end zone if he'd held on. Nearly picked, but instead it'll bring up 4th down.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll try the left side. It's Nelson. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Here's 3rd and 10.
They'll look to throw here.
And he is caught.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now a give right side. It's Nelson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. Nelson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. He'll look to throw. Caught by Nelson left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a gutsy call there on 3rd and short, because that's a play that's got a good chance of being blown up in the backfield for a big loss of yardage. But nice job out wide to gather in that screen pass, use his blockers well, and pick up the first down.
Back to throw here. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
Now 2nd and 9.
They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And his kick here is good. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So another good job defensively, because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all, because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a 1-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room.
Back to throw is Bailey. Throwing to start the drive. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. Bailey now. A final shot before break. This one complete to Patton. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining
Coach?
first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
All right,
okay, Brandon,
Coach,
thank you very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a minute. Week 2 of the preseason is upon us. Each team now with just 1 more game after this one, and then we will get it all started as we normally do on the first Thursday after Labor Day.
This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Well, a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
From the gun on 3rd down. Callahan caught. It's Ellington. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Back to throw again. And to the right side here, it's Allen. So nothing doing there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, some strong running. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Callahan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down. Callahan. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Elks take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. But you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Flowers. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 11 yards there, first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
Here's the Anchorage offense back out now.
And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Operating from the gun, Callahan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, Callahan.
Well, that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Throwing to start the drive. Vincent.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Slot man moves right.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Vincent.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Now he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Callahan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. On 1st down, McCain. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
This 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. McCain. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run, 8 yards there, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. To throw on 2nd down, Callahan. And it's caught. Touchdown from a yard out.
And the Elks have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of that, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Point after try forthcoming. And that one makes this a 19-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Throwing on first down, Vincent.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Second down and a yard.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and now 2 yards to go on third down. Looking to throw, Vincent.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that'll get the deficit back to 16. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Up the middle they go. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, you got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
They'll run on first down. It's Flowers, and he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
From the 48-yard line, here's the second down and 9.
Back to throw. Vincent. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. On first down, Vincent.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff up the middle. Flowers, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Flowers, and he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the gun on 3rd down. Benson, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball...
And it's caught. Touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Blues are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out comes Anchorage to take over offensively.
They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Operating from the gun. Callahan. Caught by Allen. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Up the middle they go. McCain. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter. Looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. On 3rd and 2, Callahan able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he is going to have a 1st down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Well, partner, it's just preseason, but it always feels good to be in victory formation, taking the knee for the W.
Yeah, I've often thought to myself when I watch these preseason games, some teams need the wins more than others. You know, if you're established and you're used to winning, not quite the same. But if you're trying to learn how to win, it's important to get it done. And to be able to kneel down at the end, even better.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but
I like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Are you looking for high-quality simulation football action? Then look no further than the greatest gridiron. Our league consists of 32 relocated franchises from around the world. We are the World Games of Simulation Football, where teams from all over the globe will compete on the greatest of gridirons. Hone your skills as a player or a member of a franchise coaching staff. Compete yearly for our illustrious Global Bowl, awards, accolades, and bragging rights as you climb the ladder of success and greatness. Are you a pro or just an average Joe? The Greatest Gridiron is looking for dedicated and passionate people to help build a league that emphasizes on trust, loyalty, and respect. Look at you. What makes you so great? This is the Greatest Gridiron, where you can't stop greatness. Take flight. Take flight.